Hare Krishna. Okay, we are continuing reading from Śrīla Prabhupāda's purports, which now Bhaktisiddhānta's commentaries have included. Here, it's written in the book, the point, the cultivation of knowledge by philosophical speculation, the collection of mundane opulence by advancement of fruitive activities, and the desire for yoga siddhis, material perfections, are all contrary to the principles of devotional service. One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities. Callous means cold, disinterested, not to be excited about it. And immediately Shloka is given from Gita, Yam Isha Sarabhutanam Tasyam Jagrati Samya. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for self-control, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. Means that the activities that we are excited as a spiritualist are completely making no any excitement to the materialistic people. Means they are not inspired. And with the activities that materialistic people are inspired, sadhus are not interested. So this is the hinted here. Conclusion: engagement in devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of the living entity. It is desired goal and supreme perfection of human life. One has to become confident about this, and one also has to become confident that all activities other than devotional service, such as mental speculation, fruitive work, or mystic endeavor, will never yield any enduring benefit. So this is here, Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākura stresses that devotional service is the life and soul of all living entities. This is the thing. I have to serve Krishna in devotional service. This understanding must come. I have no other duties. I have no other responsibilities. Of course, I have my family. I maintain my family. But that also, treating them as a devotees and engaging them in devotional service. This is not separate. Sometimes devotees have this misunderstanding. Material life is different, spiritual life is different. Means you didn't understand spiritual life. Spiritual life cannot be different from material life. Because if you spiritualize your material activities, they are not material anymore. They are spiritual. Okay, you are earning money, fine. But what you are spending money on is maintenance of your family, which is serving Krishna. These are all servants of Krishna. Everything becomes spiritualized. Nothing is material. So, our understanding should be that bhakti should be not weekend yoga for us. Should not be the bhakti is practiced Sunday when we go to temple. No, bhakti is practiced 24 hours a day, and Sunday we have more satsanga, and we try to strive for more and more satsanga, more service. That should be goal of life. Mindset should be like that. Not that this is pious people in India, sometimes they say, okay, bhakti yoga good, nice, this Krishna bhakti is good, you have to go to some temple, one should have a guru. And these are all good things. They distribute books, or they buy some books to give around, or they give donation to temple, or they dance in kirtan, or attend the puja, abhishek, and they feel good. These are all pious things, pious activities, and in mind he is thinking, good, I am blessed, so business is okay, family is okay, my health is okay. No, these are all less important activities, and these are some material motivations hidden there. But actually look at how beautifully it is said. Look at this. Engagement in devotional service is the life and soul of all living entity. It's the life and soul of the living entity. It is desired goal and supreme perfection of human life. You are seeing, or you cannot see the screen, no? Oh, I see. Okay. So please, I'll do this slowly. Okay. This is the statement, no? That engagement in devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of the living entity. Soul is made of love of God. Soul is meant to love God. This is our life. And this is how should our life be. That's difficult to express. Okay. Then the quote from Srimad Bhagavatam is given by Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākura. This is the 10th canto, 2 shlokas are quoted. This is 10, 2, 32, 33. Famous one is the Yanyera Vindaksha Vimuktamaninas, Tvayasat Bhavat Avishuddha Buddhaya. That, okay, I'll read from Prabhupāda's purport. one must be calmly convinced that those who have given up devotional service to engage in severe austerities or other purposes are not purifying their minds despite their advanced austerities, because they have no information of the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So shloka is given to show that why should one have faith in some other process which will not give you prema bhakti? Why should one go for some yogas? Why should one go for some austerities extra than within the realm of bhakti? Why should one have faith in those? No, one should have faith in those activities prescribed by Guru and Krishna. And one should have confidence that yes, simply by chanting Krishna's name, simply by following 4 principles, being engaged in the service, taking Krishna prasadam, we'll get love of God, we'll achieve perfection, we'll not take birth again. This conviction should be there. So Bhagavatam confirms, yes, they are doing austerities for other purposes and not purifying their minds, despite their advancement of austerities. Why? Because they have no information to understand their loving service to the Lord. And the second shlokas are quoted. Although mental speculators and fruitive actors may perform great austerities and penances, they still fall down because they do not have information about the lotus feet of the Lord. So, even if you merge into Brahman, it's not permanent position, because it is not constitutional position. Because you are not engaged in devotional service in Brahman. You realize I'm not this body. I'm not sense enjoyer. I'm not controller of material world. I'm spirit soul. But what is the duty of the spirit soul? What is the constitution of spirit soul? What is the engagement of the spirit soul? To serve the Lord. They do not know that. So, from Brahman they fell down. Prabhupada said that the great yogi falls from Brahman and then he comes to material world and engages in mundane activities, welfare activities. Very activity that you rejected by taking sannyas, now you are propagating. This is famous Mayavada. You can see we have one ashram, one mission is there on the Ramakrishna Road. So they have their dispensary. Dispensary means hospital, free hospital. And you can see Swamiji, who left material life, who left material activities, is running the hospital for free, whatever. No? So mundane welfare work, helping the body, helping the bodies. Now body should be helped, but the second part should be done. The soul should be helped. The living entity, Jiva, should be educated. Look, what is the goal of life? What is the next step? Okay, now body is okay. Now, we cure your eyes so you can watch TV. No, that you can see the deities, you can see devotees, you can read the books. Therefore we cure your eyes. Now we cure your eyes, now you watch TV nicely and be happy in material world. How can a sadhu encourage people to forget Krishna? How can we say, now your eyes are cured, now you go and watch TV nicely? No, we have to tell them. Look, Bhagavan given your eyes back. Now, look at him, don't blink your eyes. Don't divert your vision to anything else. So that's the message. So they have to fall down from Brahman because there is no service, there is no relationship, it's not constitutional position. Then the point, the devotees of the Lord, however, never fall down. Never fell down. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:31, who knows 9:31? 9:31. Apichet suduracharo vachativam ananyavak sadhu eva samantavya samyagvyavasya. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead assures Arjuna, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. Correct? 9:30 and then 9:31, the next one, my devotee never falls down. Even if he falls down accidentally, no? What happens? The Lord rectifies him. He rectifies himself and the Lord forgives him if it's due to weakness of heart fall down. No? But why? Because he's determined to serve Krishna. He's not determined to run after material pleasures. So accidentally if he falls down, Lord forgives. Should not be premeditated, pre-planned, consciously doing something bad. That is offense. That will not be forgiven. Then Krishna next look at the class, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. My devotee never perishes. Again, in Gita, Krishna says, Neha-vikrāvana shasti pratyavaya navidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. That even a little bit endeavor in the Krishna consciousness in devotional service saves one from the biggest fear, which is time of death. In this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement in this path can protect one from most dangerous type of fear. So Prabhupada says, Bhaktisiddhānta's commentary says, devotional service is so pure and perfect that once one has begun it, one is forcibly dragged to ultimate success. Because you can't resist. You like Krishna, you like devotees, you like prasadam, you like kirtan, you can't live without it. No? We had one extreme example. There was a devotee who had a problem, a little bad background, kind of criminal background, but he became devotee, chanting and reading, and almost he got initiation. He was just about to get initiation, and then some misunderstanding with another devotee, and he quarreled with devotee, and he said, "I'll not go to temple anymore." Some crazy decision like this. So, anyway, for 1 month he was missing. Then he came after 1 month. They said, "What happened?" "Oh, complete Maya, bro." "What Maya?" "I quarreled with a devotee." I told, "Too much, even if devotees are quarreling, I will not stay with devotees." So I went home and I said, "Okay, Prabhupada pranam to you, Krishna pranam to you, but I want to enjoy life." He declared like that. So we asked him, "So what did you do?" "What shall I do? I went out night time to nightclub." Man, after 6 months reading, chanting, he was coming maybe for some time, maybe 1 year he was coming. He was young. "No, I went back to my friends. I called them, they said, 'Great, come, we are meeting in the nightclub.' All right. Then what you did?" "I want to enjoy, so I start drinking with them." Then there was a girl. Then I spoke to her. Then she showed interest in me. And then I was drinking. And then everyone was drinking. Then when I got drunk, only thing I could remember, we are not his body, we have to chant Hare Krishna. I stood on the table and I tell him, "You are all in Maya, this is all illusion, you are not his body, you cannot enjoy senses, you fools. What is use of this drinking?" He shouted that everyone went home to sleep. Then in the morning, I said, "Then why you didn't come back? The first weekend happened. Why you didn't come back to temple?" "No, I was angry at Krishna. He's not allowing me to enjoy." In temple, I could not remember Krishna. Outside, I could not forget him. What do I do? He came back. What he could do, He has to come back, It's amazing. No, it's very amazing. His mother is initiated. Still, he didn't take Diksha. He has little difficulties with mine, but look at the point. No, he went out. I'm going to enjoy. How can you enjoy? You heard from Prabhupada already. What's this all about? How can you bluff yourself? I can pretend to you. How can I pretend to myself? I know this is Maya. It's not Maya. I know it is Maya. No, it's not a Maya. You fool, it's Maya. I can cheat you. How can I cheat myself? It doesn't make sense. No, once intelligence is purified, what you're going to do? How you're going to enjoy? Of course, gross fall down means buddhi nashat pranashyati. You forget everything. That is different issue. But it's not so easy. It's not so easy to forcibly drag to ultimate success. Great. Even if such an immature devotee falls down, there is no loss on the path. On the other hand, what is the gain of one who executes prescribed duties according to one and ashram, but does not take to devotional service? Correct? One may say, okay, somebody becomes devotee for some times and then he stops practicing. And then you have Brahmin, born by birth, doing all life, maybe Shiva Puja. Correct? He does his duty. He's a Brahmin, he's born in our family, and he does his Shiva Puja. But he did not develop love of God. Then what is the use of all this strict following? When devotee who served maybe for a few years, he did some devotional service, he started he will continue where he stopped. And this is what he said here. On the other hand, what is the gain of one who executes prescribed duties according to his one and ashram, but does not take to devotional service? What is it? Correct? Although a fallen devotee may take his next birth in a low family, his devotional service will nonetheless resume from where he left off. He started. Correct? Now this is interesting. I didn't see this before. I mark here low family because Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shanti nigacchati. No, what is that? Yoga prashta vijayate. Shimatam shuchinam gehe. No, we don't find in Gita this information to birth in low family. We find that yogi, after some practice, he takes birth in high family. Shuchina in Brahmin family, which is high family. Srimatam in rich family, which is also high family. How this low family came here? Because we have yogis falling down after short practices. So his low family birth. This is the difference. If it's long practice, it's a high family. More chances given in Brahmin family. But because it's short practice, these are yogis of short practice. Mainly us. So birth in low family. Alright. But doesn't matter because devotional service nonetheless resumed from where it left off. Conclusion. Devotional service 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐨 pratihata. 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐨 means unmotivated. Apratihata means uninterrupted. In any time, place, circumstance, we continue our devotional service. That is important. No. But there is no time that we stop. We have a break. So relatives came to my house for 7 days, so I didn't put till, I didn't change. How can I change tomorrow? So I didn't break 7 days. Not like that. Now important exam, Prabhu, so I cannot chant now. That is not done. That should not be. No, apratihata means any time, any place, any circumstance. Even when you are sick, you can chant. At least you can chant in your mind. Even you cannot hold japamala, at least try to chant in the mind. Try to be engaged by it. Sometimes when you're sick, it's difficult, no? I remember malaria. My goodness, this is heavy. This mind freaks out completely, It's pain and headache and, everything is spinning around and it's really difficult, to chant, No? How you find when the heavy disease comes, how to chant? It's a little difficult. Then put some lecture, hear something, hear some kirtan bhajan. It's a challenge sometimes when you're sick, Mind is, agitated, disturbed, dull. Headache, when headache is a heavy headaches, typhoid you have or something, typhoid or something,
Like
giddiness, and you can't read, you can't hear, everything is heavy, 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐨 pratihata. It is not the effect of any mundane cause, devotional service. No, it can be determined by mundane cause. Now this is good news, that bhakti, devotional service, engagement in devotional service itself is not caused by any material activity. So it cannot be stopped by any material activity. Good news. No? It's not that because we have no money we cannot practice bhakti. It's not true. No? Because we are uneducated, we have no degree, so we cannot practice bhakti. No. I don't know how to write, so I cannot practice bhakti. No. What? No? Excuse me. So good thing is that any material situation, somebody died, you are poor, you are alone, you lost the job, you are in the most miserable condition, but bhakti can continue. No obstacles. Always you can worship God. Always you can think of God. Always you can do something for God. At least you can depend, look God, what a miserable life I'm having. I can't even serve you properly. That's also devotional service. Okay. So here, nor can be determined by any mundane cause or permanently curtailed by any material interruption. Of course, the bhakti cannot be permanently curtailed, stopped, blocked by any material interruption. Once we leave the body, a little bit interruption is there, no? Little bit, but not permanent. Because you have to change body, so till you get into another body and make it will work, So look at the sentence, Bhakti cannot permanently curtail by any material interruption. So I think changing body, that's definitely interruption, like that, or some heavy disease or something. Therefore, a devotee should be confident about his engagement and should not be very interested in activities of karmis, jnanis and yogis. So that is advice. Now, this second paragraph was with devotee versus jnani, yogi and karmi. That is comparison. Bhagavatam is quoted 5:18-12. All the good qualities of demigods progressively became manifest one who has developed pure devotion service. Who knows the shloka? Famous shloka? Because a devotee is not interested in any material activity, he does not become materially contaminated. He is immediately situated on the platform of transcendental life. How is it? Because devotee has no desire for material activity. Even if he does work for earning money, he is not doing it for sense gratification. This is very important. We are not enjoyers. We are not enjoyers of material work. However, one who engages in mundane activity, be he so-called jnani, yogi, karmi, philanthropist, nationalist or whatever, cannot attain the higher stage of Mahatma. He remains duratma, cripple-minded person. No? Why? Because jnanis, karmis, yogis, everybody wants something for himself. Everybody, they want siddhis, they want fame, they want money, they want positions, they want to rule, they want to merge. Even merging, this is also material desire. Then shloka is given from Bhagavad Gita, Mahatma Sumam Partha, Asana Prita, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Now conclusion is given. Since all the devotees of the Lord are under the protection of His supreme potency, they should not deviate from the path of devotional service and take the path of karmi, jnani or yogi. This is called utsahan nishchaya tatat karma pravartana. Enthusiastically executing the regulative activities of devotional service with patience and confidence. In this way, one can advance in devotional service without hindrance. Okay, I think this is the last point in Prabhupada's purport, correct? Yeah, this is the last one. Okay. Now we have some more nectar from Anuvṛtti, which was not included in the purport, but is very interesting. Concerning the path of bhakti, Haridas Thakur took a steadfast vow to chant in the face of all obstacles. This ideal in the realm of bhakti is related in verse from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Kanda Kanda Hai Deha Jaya Yadi Pran Tabu Ami Vandan Nachadi Harinam. Regardless if my body is cut to pieces and the life air exits my body, I will never abandon the chanting of Harinam. So this is what Haridas Thakur said. He was beaten on the 22 marketplaces and he just continued chanting. He just continued chanting, he didn't stop. You know, somebody is beating you in public also and beating you heavy. One moment there's two servants of Nawab Shah, they requested Haridas, please sir, you die. Please you die. Because, we will get punished. We're beating, but he could not die. So he kind of pretended that he is dead and they threw him in the Ganga. And they reported, Haridas is dead. But nothing like that happened. No? But Haridas could not stop chanting. He never stopped chanting. He just went on chanting. And the news spread what happened to Haridas. And that famous Śrīla when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called all devotees, she was Thakur's house. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed, sometimes he showed to devotees that he is God. Just among his sometimes eternal associates he would show supremacy. So he was saying, one day he was glorifying different devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he said, like this Haridas, he was beaten 22 marketplaces, but he never stopped chanting the holy name. So how do you know? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I know, because I took that beating? You didn't experience any pain. Harida said, no, I was chanting, there was no any pain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu removed his chadar and showed all the beating marks on his back. He took that punishment on himself. So why? Because so much faith, Haridas. Even somebody is beating you, somebody threatening you, they did not give up chanting. And this is such a determination that devotees should have. And devotees, they had difficulties in the West. They have these deprogrammers. They would kidnap devotees and try to convince them that devotional service is wrong and you are doing wrong. You see, movement came to America in hippie time, and also many crazy things were happening in the society. The youth was on drugs. LSD is heavy chemical drug, it's hallucinogen, it makes you hallucinate. You don't know what is reality, it's a crazy thing. And parents were scared, and suddenly, people in robes dancing on the street, shaved heads, my goodness, this is all part of that hippie revolution and, scene of the America. It was really difficult to understand. Parents were concerned, In our country, one girl joined, and the local newspapers published photo of her, replaced by the face of Hiranyakashipu, sitting on the lap of Nrsimhadev. That was the front page in the newspaper, Nrsimhadev tearing apart Hiranyakashipu, but photo of girl was face of Hiranyakashipu, photo of that girl missing. I say, kidnapped by Hare Krishnas. And their first thing was, this is God they worship. When people could see whole bloody photo like this, and photo of that girl, poor girl, and what a bad impression, really heavy, It's really heavy propaganda, And this Devashi Prabhu told me his sister was kidnapped also. He was senior devotee, joined 79. His sister was kidnapped by the programmers. She was very good book distributor. So on the street, just car came, 4 men, took her in the car, took her in some cottage, some cabin out in the forest, and all day put karmi movies for her, and karmi music, and meat only. No, not bread, no rice, nothing, just meat. Just plain meat. Even karmis, they don't eat plain meat. At least they eat some bread, some potato, something with it. You can't eat plain meat unless you're a tiger or something. So they forced her for 1 month, and burning Krishna's photo, spitting on photo, breaking her japamala, burning the books in front of her like that. And after 1 month, she just pretended that everything is okay, this, that. And as soon as opportunity, she ran away to temple. And she said that every day, more they tortured, more faith I had in Krishna. This is amazing. People break down. It's not that everybody survived, This is big faith, We had devotee in Belgaum. Amazing story there also. He joined, and both parents are doctors. They kidnapped him also from the temple. They didn't like that he joined. They kidnapped him, and they asked doctor in their hospital to give him injections that he loses his memory. To their own son they did. This happened a few years ago, 10 years ago. And, they giving heavy dose to the boy. So he woke up one day home and he doesn't know anything, doesn't remember his name. Completely, memory deleted. And parents came, and now problem, now they have to make him normal again. He has to again learn how to eat, how to dress himself. Completely they damaged him like anything. The parents were so crazy that they put such a chemicals in the body of the boy, supervised by one, doctor there. And he really took time, And they told him, you had a car accident. There was a car accident, you forgot everything, and this is the story they told him. So he believed them. So, after 1 month, he's speaking, 81334473, 81443373, 8144. What is this number? Phone number he remembered. One thing he remembered in his life, one phone number. It must be phone number. He called. Hello? Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, ISKCON temple. Only temple number he remembered, As soon as he heard Hare Krishna, all memory uploaded. First opportunity, run way back to the temple, So I told, great, I heard story, and I said, great, give me number of that doctor. I also want this injection. Forget everything what I did before in life, and just remember Krishna. It's amazing. He is in temple, he is full time in Belgaum, he is initiated yoga. It's an amazing story, it just happened here recently. So this is this determination, that look at regardless if my body is cut to pieces and the life exits my body, I will never abandon the chanting of Harinam. This is Vrata by Haridas Thakur. Nama Acharya. Now you know why he is Nama Acharya. Full faith in the holy name. Such determination to remain upon the path of bhakti is called dhairya, fortitude. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Pīyūṣa-varṣiṇī-vṛtti commentaries. Maintaining one's existence by appropriate means and cultivating bhakti are two essential activities for devotees. Okay, so we have to maintain this body. And we have to cultivate bhakti. These are two essential activities for devotees. The first half of this verse indicates attitudes that are favorable for the cultivation of bhakti. Utsahan nishchaya dharya. The second half describes how devotee should conduct his life. Tat karma pravartanat. All activities should be based on the Shravana Kirtan Vishnu Smarana, and that particularly avoid association with non-devotees. That is, and satovritte. Follow it according to acharyas to live our life. Conclusion. Enthusiasm, optimism, patience, executing activities that nourish bhakti, renouncing bad association, and adopting the good behavior of devotees are the means of obtaining success in bhakti. So now Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives each one separate. Utsaha. Eagerness to follow rules and regulation of bhakti is called utsaha. Without this enthusiasm, one's bhakti will vanish. Following the limbs of bhakti with great respect is real utsaha. Following the limbs of bhakti with great respect. Now this is very interesting, this attitude of respect. We respect Shastras, we respect Guru, we respect what he said. We don't argue with Guru, we don't doubt the Guru. We don't question the Shastra, we don't argue whether it's true and you are so smart, I know better, I know what is Shastra and better to do like this. This is not practical. Guru, Prabhupada said we should do varnashrama. Prabhupada said we should do self-sufficient farms. Farms should be linked to temples. We should grow our own food. We should have gurukulas. We should not have government certificates in gurukulas. We should live life separately from society. This is not practical. This is not. Don't speak this varnashram word. One of members of the higher management said, don't mention this word with we in my presence. He doesn't want to say word varnashram. But it came from Prabhupada's lotus mouth. The word varnashram came from Prabhupada. Not that we now meditate and speculate. Prabhupada comes on varnashram, he doesn't want to speak on varnashram. No faith. Simply no faith. Why are you talking about varnashram? Where is the king? First question is, where is the land? No, then the king will come. Somebody will claim, I'm the owner, no problem. No. Where is the king? But that's not the point. Prabhupada said to do it, we'll do it. We fail to do it, don't worry, somebody will do it. Devotees will do it. But we should try. Shall we not try? Shall we not try? In time of that, Prabhupada comes and says, what did you do? Prabhupada, I listened to the books, but varnashram anyway was not practical. No? Who will dare to say? Correct? Simply we failed. We failed you. We didn't do what you wanted to do. So it's our duty as a disciple to endeavor, to try. What did Prabhupada do? Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Thakur told, go to the West and preach. What did he do? He took time, but he did it. He took time. 69 years old. He went. What is it? Utsaham. Remember Prabhupada? I was a little bit enthusiastic. Yes, I should follow order of my Guru Maharaj. Like that. Nishya means for faith. Dharya. Not slackening one's execution of the limbs of bhakti, even when there is delay in obtaining the desired goal. So that's the point. Don't be impatient. It doesn't work. I don't know, it works. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. So much chanting, nothing is happening. No. So much chanting, nothing is happening. Chant more. No. Once, Pankaj, who is that? Janivas Prabhu. Janivas Prabhu is giving lecture about chanting. So one devotee comes. Prabhuji, I have a question. 35 years I'm chanting. And I didn't develop any taste for holy name or for Krishna, no love for Krishna like this. So, what to do? This something is wrong. No. So then Jagannath Prabhu answered, 35 you are chanting and no taste for Krishna. Means you are doing something wrong. You are not following some principle. You are not following strictly. You are not controlling your mind. Otherwise, how is it possible? He is complaining. 35 I am chanting, not possible. I am complaining. 35 years and still you have no taste for chanting. You are doing something wrong then. Obviously. No, result will come if you are following properly. Result will come. No. Correct? I am taking pills, but fever is still there. Either you are not taking pills, or medicine cannot be wrong in our case because it's Mahamantra. Doctor cannot be wrong. Bhaktivedanta hospital. Doctor is not wrong, medicine is not wrong. Only fellow is not taking 3 times a day, morning, noon, evening, 3 sandhyam, Vashitvari Guru, Vande Guru, Shri Charanaravinda. Vashit worship Guru 3 times a day with faith and devotion. Therefore fever is not coming down. You can't say something is not working. You are not working. A very good answer here. Okay, Bhakti Poshaka Karma means Tatat Karma Pravartanat. There are 2 types of activities that nourish Bhakti. Regulations, Vidhi, and prohibitions, Nished. Performing limbs of Bhakti, headed by Shravan Kirtan, must prescribe regulations. Okay, Vidhis. And renouncing one's personal enjoyment for the purpose of giving pleasure to Krishna is primarily prohibition, Nished. Okay, Sangha Tyagat. One should renounce the association of non-devotees, women and those attached to women. Non-devotees here means sense enjoyers, Mayavadis and those who make up pretentious display of religiosity. Okay, so that was famous story when Prabhupada was in Calcutta and there were quite few Prabhupada's disciples there. Malati Mataji was there, Yamuna Mataji was there, Govinda Dasi was there, Kaushalya Mataji was there. And then there was Tamakrishna Maharaj, Achyutananda, Yashodananda Swami, most probably Japataka Maharaj was there, Shyamasundar Prabhu, like that. So there was some complaint, morning walk. I don't know exactly who, somebody brought a topic. Prabhupada, why we don't keep these old Matajis outside in some other house? Because they are disturbance in the temple. Prabhupada didn't say anything, just kept quiet. Then they're walking and all the time there was, actually, we want to develop Brahmacharya ashram here and this and that, and they are, all the Matajis all day roaming around the ashram, so it's not good for Brahmacharya and this and that, like this. So they are coming back. All the boys, young men, that time they were with Prabhupada on morning walk. Mataji stayed behind. They dressed the deity, they did the abhishek, they dressed the deity, they put the flowers, they cleaned the temple room, they prepare garlands for Prabhupada, they cook morning, they clean everything, and they are waiting with flower petals for Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is coming up the steps, and he said, yes, the association with women is dangerous, but if you associate with these ladies, you will go home back to Godhead. So that was a little bit cool down the hot heads of the young enthusiastic devotees. So we should, when these statements of women come, we have to understand that once lady becomes Vaishnavi, she is worshipful. She is to be respected. Why? Because they act like that. They are not acting sensually. They are not coming and provoking us in miniskirts and this and that. They are not causes of our fall down. No? They are doing their service, so they should be respected like a mothers. That is the idea. Here, association no devotees, association for women, renounces. They cannot associate with women. So even if they are Matajis, still we have to be careful. We should not become attracted. We should not regularly be in touch with the ladies, even if they are Vaishnavis. We should not regularly talk to them freely, spend more time, and just for the sake of service, minimum dealing is required. Because again, that all attachment may be invoked. It's through service that man's mind gets bewildered, to constant association. Even a person may not be attractive physically, or something, but just by seeing every day same person, dealing every day same person, slowly, ghṛta kumbham samatmuma, the ghee, the butter will melt, just by regular association with the same person. So this is a danger. So therefore there is a strict rules and regulation for those who were suffering, not to deal, nothing to do with them. And the grihasthas also, they should also be very respectful in dealings, not feel comfortable that I'm wearing white so I can talk to anybody's wife whenever I want. It doesn't work like that. There is always danger. But the respect is there, And when we see beautiful, attractive girl in miniskirt, what do brahmachari think about it? A poor jiva supposed to serve Krishna, but she is bewildered. That's what we see. Second thing we could see, beautiful lady, for Krishna's pleasure, not for my pleasure. For example, you can think like this. Correct? No? So those who are more advanced, they can engage anybody in devotional service. They have no problem. Prabhupada didn't have problem preach to anybody. But we should not pretend we are Paramahamsas. Cool down. Saffron preach. You should not be too enthusiastic to preach only to young girls. Let's have college program, female college, women's college. 3 brahmacharis will go and preach in women's college. Leave it, there are so many male colleges you didn't cover. First finish those, then we will see. Why? There's so many grihasthas ladies that they can preach to ladies. Don't play with fire. Don't be too confident. We are transferred for preaching Prabhu. Yeah, for preaching Prabhu. Then you finish preaching particularly to that lady in the marriage life. It's a danger. So this is the षड्-vṛtti. One should adopt virtuous conduct of pure devotees and thereby maintain one's life in suitable manner. Renunciate devotees should beg alms, preferably by performing madhukari. This is the process of begging where, like a bee, madhukara, taking nectar from many different flowers. They accept very little alms from many different households. So renunciate would not work, but they will go house to house, namely 7 houses per day, and they will beg alms. Whatever they get, they will cook. Whether it's cooked or to cook, they have different systems, but point is whatever is begged. And that should not be burdened on same 7 houses every day. Not, they are giving good, I'll go again to that house. Not like that. Like a honeybee, sometimes one flower, another flower, third flower. Then next day in some other garden, not in the same place. They will not be there. There are 4 levels of sannyasis. So first one, he lives at the edge of the village, and then the family members themselves, they bring some prasadam for him. The second one is who goes a little bit, collecting grains from the field, whatever left of the field or the marketplace, like that, Third one goes madhukari. Fourth one doesn't collect. If anything comes. Doesn't come. Sannyasi doesn't start the fire, doesn't cook. So these are very different levels are there. But anyway, here the madhukari is important. Householder devotees should sustain their lives by means that are favorable to the regulation pertaining to Vedic system of social order. Varnash. Basically, one should not earn money by sinful means. One should not sell liquor. It's a good business, and money can be donated to temple. What's the problem, Prabhu? You make money, donate to temple? No, it's prohibited. First, you are encouraging drinking. Second thing is, what will people think? What kind of devotees are this? Devotees are selling liquor. No, Prabhu, people have faith in devotees that we are strictly following, will sell pure liquor only. That's not good argument. So, no, we cannot do this. We cannot sell meat, we cannot sell liquor, we should not engage in gamblings, we should not run lottery. The word was lottery. Bingo. Who you? You had this purport?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Bingo means you win the lottery, correct?
Gambling.
Or something.
Gambling.
It's a gambling, yeah. It's a gambling. Comes under gambling. So gamblings, we don't do that. I like that. So one should live according to our national system. Rādhā-ramaṇa Goswāmī said like this: Utsaha, enthusiasm, refers to eagerness to perform the limbs of sadhana which enhance bhakti. Nishchaya, conviction, signifies firm faith. And this is important. Dhairya means not slackening one's execution of the limbs of bhakti, even when there is delay in obtaining desired goal. So that should be the Tatat karma pravartana, is to fully renounce one's material enjoyment while endeavoring exclusively for the attainment of Bhagavan. And then he quotes, Krishna speaks to Uddhava, Evam dharmai manushyanam uddhavatma nivedinam mai sanjayate bhakti 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐨𝐧 𝐓𝐴. Devotion that is saturated with love for me arises in the heart of those who offer their very souls unto me and who follow the religious principles favorable to bhakti. What other object remains to be obtained for those who have attained bhakti for me? So, those who are following religious principles favorable for bhakti, devotion is guaranteed. And what else is there to achieve? And then Satovritti is to adopt exalted conduct of devotees. Means that we behave as previous acharyas show us in our dealings in society. Okay, Hare Krishna. So this is the Shloka 3. Do you have any questions, comments, anything to ask?
For example, you said we should engage with enthusiasm.
We should
engage with enthusiasm.
Yes.
From under the guidance of the authorities.
Can you just a little bit because it's so loud. Yes, we should engage with enthusiasm under the guidance of authorities. Yes.
But the mind, even if it's coming from authority, for example, you can say, you're doing puja service. But the mind thinks, oh great, I'm doing puja, but it's calculating the side benefits that come with doing puja.
Right.
I'll get the mahaprasadam. Or now you're a cook, I'll get first hands on prasadam. Or now you're a temple person, people will glorify. I'm temple command. So the mind is always calculating because it's not yet purified.
Right.
So if one indulges, a devotee indulges in these things, he doesn't puja, but he says, I also get mahaprasadam also, and he indulges in the mahaprasadam. Is that pure devotional service?
Right. Okay, it's a good question. Now, what we understood from Srila Prabhupada's teachings is like this. That is exactly the point why we engage in the service, to get purified. At the beginning, as soon as you join temple, nobody is a pure devotee. Very rare are those souls. Everybody is a little hooked on some little sense gratification. Now this is mind thinks. This is legal sense gratification. You just want some prasadam. No. So, point is like this. Till we engage in devotional service under guidance of Guru, Guru told us, okay, join temple and serve him. Now, authorities say, okay, you go and be pujari. Even if I have some material desire, I'll get some mahaprasadam, Still, because the principle under which I'm engaged is order of Guru, I'll get purified. And amazingly, in this case, more prasadam I take, quickly I will get purified. Now, okay, this should not be misunderstood, because really, he's engaged in devotional service, And now it's not good to cultivate forever this type of attitude, that I'm pujari, so I have full right on mahaprasada. So, your authorities, they should see and guide you and see that you progress, that this is explained in the lecture, what was the attitude. So slowly he's taking prasadam, he's doing puja, he's hearing the lecture, slowly he's getting purified because he's engaged satovritta, he's engaged under guidance of Guru in the devotional service. So basically it's happening to all of us, in all fields, consciously or unconsciously. Somebody wants respect. Out of respect he said, I never touch prasadam. That's another extreme. You don't never touch prasadam. No, they don't take. I'm superior. Take. One more. Take more. I asked one devotee once, Prabhuji, can I get some mahaprasad? Take. You want this also? Here, take. What happened to you? Shocked, You could see he had a problem. It's another type of attachment, Now every day somebody is coming, take, He was angry, He was not cool. He was not Shantarasa, So this is the question, that we are engaged principally, and the point is the devotional activity itself will purify us. So that's good, So we don't scold devotees if they sometimes steal little prasadam. It's fine. Whatever I said. My goodness, cruel I am. You, so-called manager, what have you said? The truth has to be spoken, pleasant or unpleasant. It's okay, they are in temple, they are living, they have nothing, nowhere else to eat. I'm happy they are not going outside and eating outside, At least first allow Gaurita to take this. Then only you can say prasadam. Don't be too enthusiastic, take before offering. That is not devotional service, taking before. Another principle is nothing should be eaten what is not offered to the deities. Unless somebody is sick, so must follow some special diet. So Prabhupada said, even if you have to cook something else for yourself, for your diet, there should never be more opulent than what is offered to the Lord. And even that time, you have to take only after offering. Not that your item kanji you have to offer, but you have to wait for the Lord to take, then you can take your nonsense kanji. It's a very good principle. You don't eat before the date, even if you are sick. So like that. Okay. Good. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhupada.
Give an example of Guru Maharaj going to the hospital and master and checkup. So now at Guru Maharaj's level, now it's very good that he takes out his health and this. And how do we apply this in our life? Because we see so many devotees taking care of the body so nice, the Ayurvedic treatment, we spend so much time. So how much?
Where is the line?
Where is the line?
Where is the line? How much to take care of body for the service? Well, I think I should take care of body for the service, so the still majority of my time is engaged in service, not in taking care of body for the service. Shall I repeat? Okay. So where is the line? How much time we spend on body, how much time on service? I should spend this much time over the body, so that majority of my time is engaged in service, not in the service to the body, but in the service to Krishna. So one should be realistic, reasonable, and I have to take care of my body, but you have to take care of, you have to serve Krishna. Now again, if you are completely knocked out with your disease, what can you do? Then according to condition, you have to serve, So let's be honest. I guess the honesty is main principle which will rule our life, You can bluff. My problem was different. When you have brahmacharis in the ashram, mostly you have another problem, that they neglect the body out of enthusiasm for the service. When they cross the 40, then they have all kinds of diseases. But you can't convince them, simply they neglect the body, Some of them you have to beg to go to doctor, Man is bleeding, he doesn't want to go to doctor. I say, at least for the sake of saving kurta, Put some bandage, something, Extreme, So this is what I more find problem with brahmacharis. Maybe Grihastha have different problem, they like this treatment, Ayurvedic, Panchakarma and what is that? Some kind of something they do. Maybe they have a little, they feel it's some good for health, and maybe, I don't know what is the point. But body must be maintained like a car, not like a temple cars. See, the temple has this issue. But we have in ashram different problem, really. You have to push somebody to go to doctor, This is amazing, Too transcendental. But then after that you will be affected. After that you're going to pay the price. Guru Maharaj told, after 50s, all kinds of diseases appear in the body. So
Prabhupada explains, not too much, not too little.
Yeah, yuktahara viharasya. Yukta Chedasya Karmas. Yukta Swapnava Bodhasya. Yoga Bhavati Dukkaha. Everything should be balanced. Work, recreation, sport, hospitals. So I think one should be honest and just... But always we are carried away, I tell you. Usually that problem I found, that too much. Yeah. And other devotees are... The danger is you get too much into something. I know one devotee who has some digestion problem. Then he purchased book, yoga diet, Ayurvedic diet. Then he went on into that, Then he fell, first mental platform was seeing prasadam according to kapha, pitta, vata, Oh, this is kapha, this is pitta, but this is prasadam, just eat, Okay, you don't have to eat it, but don't comment. Just, okay, you are not taking tomato, don't take tomato. When tomato comes, no problem. Take rice, take dal, take other sabji, not everything is tomato. But then he went on preaching, kapha, pitta, vata, kapha, pitta. And now what? Now he is Ayurvedic doctor. He is not anymore in the temple. Great. Kapha. You know what means kapha? Forget it. So, be a little balanced, I think, little cool head required in life. But you have to, you will see when you get in the age how body works. He doesn't know, he's young man. Not like before. Another devotee told, he has problems with the knees now. He said, I cursing myself for 30 years in Krishna movement. I was never super much jumping in kirtans. He was pujari. And even when the time was there for kirtan, he was always a little cool, He said, now I'm in wheelchair. Heart is jumping and mind is crying. I cannot jump in kirtan. I'm cursing myself. So, young buddies, better we jump now. No, it's a fact. This is our movement, kirtan, dancing for the Lord. So one should not be lazy, like that. Anything else? Any other comments, questions? Yes.
Recently, I had some experience with some other devotees, some other ashram. When a question of this Ayurvedic, some rules. Also, it depends on the different body. It's not
right.
Everybody has the same thing has to follow.
Right.
So what happened? I happened to be for some time with some other devotees, and the leader of the group, following something because of his health condition.
So all ashram has to eat same food.
Everybody is following. So he is not taking water at all during prasadam.
Right.
They are not serving water at all.
Wow.
They are not serving water.
Became rule for everyone.
It become a rule.
Right.
On water, every time I have to answer to them. They ask, why will you take water? Why will you take water?
Right. This
is become like
dāsa vida bhakti. And 10, don't take water.
I was so embarrassed that, how many times I replied,
no, sometimes they're too much. In the West now, they are into vegan. Vegan means no milk products. They never read Prabhupada books. They say that without drinking milk, one cannot develop fine tissues in the brain to understand the spiritual knowledge. Now devotees are vegan. We are serving, Divya and me, we are serving prasadam. Divya Prabhupada Prabhu and myself, we are serving prasadam. So everything is okay till we come one line, when I say, any milk products inside? So I didn't think about it. No, I think brinjal sabji, I don't know. No, I think no. Okay, then it's okay. Paneer sabji comes. Milk product? I say, yeah, paneer sabji usually is from milk. I don't know how you make in your country cheese, but we make from milk. No, they have this tofu cheese from soya. So I think this is cow milk. No. Okay. Then, like that. Every item I have to, put the list of ingredients, what is inside, Well, I felt this is a little bit too much, Then at the end of the feast, Divya Prabandha thanked the sponsor I say, thank you very much for sponsor, and for your information, everything was cooked in the ghee. So he was saying how temple is good, we serve in ghee, we are not serving in oil, and all this vegan party. So you have to decide in life, you want to be vegan or you want to be devotee. And if you vegan, keep it for yourself. This is what I learned from this Krishna's example. Keep it for yourself, don't touch. No? That should not be, that. Yeah, we had another foreigner who was in charge for one small preaching center, so he doesn't like chili. He banned the chili. And he quotes Upadesa-prakasika for it. Which Prabhupada said reduced chili, but didn't ban it. Prabhupada took everyday chili in his life. Every day was chili in the subjects, It was not hot, spicy, but it was not without chili. And particular item requires, oily items requires more chili to counteract. Remember that Lila with Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, when Prabhupada taught him how to make particular Bengali item, and a lot of oil, a lot of chili should be there. And, cook nice. And Bhaktivedanta Maharaj taught one day, Prabhupada's stomach not good, I'll put a little less chili. And Prabhupada took and said, personally I taught you, still you did not follow the recipe. You put less chilies. Scolded this 3 days, whoever comes in the room. And this boy, personally I taught him, and still he did not follow my own recipe. And just scolded him like anything, for few chilies. So he also did that. He banned the chilies in the temple, and after some time devotees left, Because he had Indian devotees there. Come on, you can't just impose. Western sabji's masala means boiled sabji, If they put salt, great. Doesn't work like that. So don't impose. This is a good point. Not that because. Okay. Anything else? No. Thank you very much. Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Hare Krishna.